Our top story here at 6. Today, we mark exactly 4 months until Election Day. Representatives from the oil industry have decided to withdraw their own measure from the upcoming ballot. If passed by voters, the proposal would have overturned a state law forbidding oil wells near neighborhoods and schools, a law the oil industry has fought hard to repeal. So why did they withdraw their measure that would have done just that? Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace joins us with the answer.
Well, the oil industry makes clear they will continue to fight this law, but instead of asking you, the voters, to overturn it, the industry is now going with a different approach. It's a question long debated by state leaders. Where should oil wells be allowed and where should they be forbidden?
Ayes 25, noes 10, the measure passes.
That was the vote in fall 2022 when the legislature passed and the governor signed SB 1137 into law as part of his 2022 climate package. The law requires all oil and gas wells in the state to have a buffer zone of at least 3,200 feet from places deemed as sensitive areas like schools, homes, hospitals, and parks. Supporters of the law say it is necessary amid concerns oil wells too close to communities could lead to pollution and health risks.
Telling the gas and oil industry that we're done, and that we're also ensuring that we're protecting our residents.
But the oil industry has fought back against the buffer zone law. The industry argues the law will cause oil producers to lose tens of millions of dollars. They say that will lead to cost increases at the pump, all while making the state more reliant on foreign oil. And that's why the California Independent Petroleum Association, or CIPA, a group representing several stakeholders in the oil industry, qualified a ballot measure for the November election to overturn the buffer zone law. But now, in a twist, just 4 months until the election, CIPA has removed the measure from the ballot. Legislative Democratic leaders were happy to hear that news and reacted with this message.
For one, very beautiful day.
Democratic Assembly Natural Resources Committee Chair Isaac Bryan fought hard against the oil industry's measure to overturn the buffer zone law. He negotiated with the industry to pull the measure off the ballot. In exchange, he agreed to lighten a bill he's working on now calling for financial penalties against oil wells producing fewer than 15 barrels per day. Still, even while the industry took its measure off the ballot, CIPA does plan to fight the buffer zone law in another way, specifically in court. In a statement, CIPA's chairman said supporters of the energy shutdown can make unfounded claims in the press and in paid advertisements, but they cannot make those claims in court without evidence. That's why we are pivoting from the ballot measure referendum to a legal strategy. Even so, Bryan believes the oil industry's decision to take their measure off the ballot will get the state that much closer to the governor's goal of moving away from fossil fuels in the coming decades.
California is transitioning off of fossil fuel. We're headed towards electric vehicles. We're headed towards clean energy. We're making those investments. We're building out that infrastructure. So as this industry is winding down, we're going to build up the alternatives to keep our state healthy, thriving, and energized.
And as of now, the buffer zone law is set to take effect in 2027. Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.